If you needed any proof that God doesn't exist, look at the Middle East right now. Both sides of the conflict are sure there's only one God, so presumably they're killing each other on behalf of the same God. They thought their God thought it was right to murder innocent people a year ago. Their God thought it was right to retaliate by murdering thousands of people since. Unfortunately, God doesn't exist, but power-hungry murderers do, and they don't come much worse than Benjamin Netanyahu, who needs the war to continue to keep him in power and avoid the consequences of his previous actions, although he doesn't care about the consequences for anyone else. Here in the West, we don't hear much about the religious angle, but we do hear a lot of platitudes about the need for a ceasefire, despite continuing to sell the weapons that allow the war to perpetuate. The bombing of schools and hospitals full of refugees, the targeting of civilians, the massed forced movement of people, the daily atrocities, the war crimes, the random terrorist acts are surely not what any God would want. And it seems the politicians supporting Israel are exactly the sort of people who complain about the number of migrants arriving in our country, but are too stupid to understand that the war they seem intent on allowing to continue will only make the situation worse, not to mention the economic effects and making us more susceptible to terrorist attacks ourselves. If there was a God, why would they allow the man-made suffering in the Middle East, not to mention the suffering in other conflicts, famine, drought, disease across the world? And why would they create a monster like Benjamin Netanyahu?